I could. We are coming to you live, as we told you, from the Jamaica Conference Center, downtown Kingston. Wow. We caught 2 young men there, busy fishing. I loved it. I saw the water moving and I said, what is that? What is that? And Joseph said, fish. And I was like, okay, never seen that. So, same way to the fish in the water navigating themselves.
Yes, we need to
We're talking about that, navigating personal and professional commitment, saying no. It can be an incredibly challenging thing to do, but ultimately saying no to some things is important for a healthy life. And in this morning's Girl Talk, we'll be taking a look at a few reasons to start saying no and sticking to it.
It's so liberating.
No?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And when you say no, you say yes to you. Because instead sometimes we get trapped in this cycle of yes.
You don't want to say no to people.
You don't want to say no, and then people just take disadvantage of your situation.
People should hear no though.
And accept it.
Yes, like you say no and them say, all right, so this is coming from Forbes.com. And one of the first things they say is you're responsible for creating your boundaries.
Facts. If you're constantly finding yourself in uncomfortable situations with people who want to give more, who want you to give more and more of yourself, it's likely because you aren't taking responsibility for creating boundaries. You train people how to treat you, everybody. What is stopping you from saying no? From saying enough? Is it fear? Are you trying to please other people? You don't want anybody to feel bad? If so, you need to ask yourself, what is this pattern in my life? Is it serving me to keep it in place? And based on the answers, you need to figure out how to break it.
Absolutely.
Because it will run you right into the ground. Let me tell you. Okay. Until saying no is not an option, but you just have to do it because you're flat on your back.
Can't do anything else but just say no. Number 2, you're not responsible for anyone else's reaction. I think this is the tough one because you don't want to disappoint people. So you feel, oh, I'm going to say no and they're going to be so hurt or they're going to be so disappointed. People say yes or fear of disappointing or hurting someone else. And it often comes from an intense desire to be liked. And it's incredibly damaging when you lead with it in the workplace. This is partly because you're focusing too much on keeping others happy and not enough on achieving results. You want to be Miss and Mr. Congeniality. But there's no prize for that.
No prize for
There's none. There's no sectional award for that in the workplace.
No.
You know? So you spend all the time doing everything but your little corner.
Or everything on your little corner.
Yeah.
Which eventually leads into what? Breakdown.
Yeah, drop down.
Cannot be do. Cannot be do.
No.
Listen to this. It says successful people know how to say no. This is something they've had to teach themselves because they too struggled with the word no at some point in time. But with science showing us that no improves productivity and mental health. Did you hear that? Productivity and mental health. None of us can afford to keep saying yes. It's just not possible. In the words of Warren Buffett, the difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people know how to say no to almost everything.
Them no wait.
Not some things, you know.
I just say hi.
Can you?
Sheffield,
no. Negative.
Successful people.
Nope.
Soft man, I tell you no, but he just not do it.
Walk away or dance away. So the article is saying, I'm not saying you need to say no to almost everything, but I am saying that your success rides on your ability to honor your truth. Wow, that's powerful. Furthermore, successful people don't need to come up with excuses to soften the blow of no. Hey, they just say no, point blank. So that is me. You know, I can't do it because I have, you know, something else pending on that day.
Apologetic for saying no.
I'm not able to. This article is saying you just say,
apologetic for saying no.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Because you see, once you start explaining, then you get a counter argument. You know?
So you can't just so. No.
Just say no.
So you have to just say.
Yeah.
Just say no.
Saying no gives you a bigger say in controlling your future. It's a skill that empowers you to make choices better aligned with your goals and dreams.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It removes confusion about where life is leading you and creates fewer it's complicated moments. Because you're saying yes, 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 and oftentimes it takes you off track. And you say, oh my gosh, I had 10 things to do this year on my vision board, and I don't do one. You've done so many things, but you don't do what's on the vision board.
For yourself, because you're busy doing everything else
Absolutely.
for everybody else.
Absolutely.
Can't do that.
No.
And I think it's okay to say, I'd really love to, but I don't have the time. I can't. Yeah, that's what I do. I'd love to help you. I'd love to do it, but time will not permit. More time to unplug and de-stress. This is key, everybody. This is key. Stretching yourself thin like a lasket, you will bust. Overcommitting, agreeing to things half-heartedly and getting pressured into decisions, because most of the stress we experience in life can all be traced back to not being able to say no. Think about that. Think about all the times in your life you went through extreme stress, and whether that stemmed from the fact that you weren't able to say no to something, to somebody, to a situation you were in that you knew was not good for you. All comes from one core place.
And you lie down, you see me did just say no.
If I did just.
You see me did just say no. I wouldn't in this which one me the right, I know.
This is the worst realization.
And the next somebody will ask me, I know me I go say no, and then somebody else asks you and you say yes, and then you say, look how me reach back yes again.
And you don't even know when you say yes, because you're programmed
to say yes.
So you have to really consciously make a decision. When you make commitments that keep in mind your energy and your time, you are able to manage some of your stress better. It's true.
All right. Trust Jamila. We're going to run through the others. It inspires confidence and respect. Having the ability to say no positively changes how you present yourself professionally and or personally. So knowing instinctively when to say yes and when no is the right word shows you have clarity about your priorities, about what you want from life, and about how to respect others' choices without ignoring yours.
Facts. More time for what matters. If you get the feeling you've missed too many important milestones in the lives of your friends and your loved ones, the solution, not maybe, the solution is saying no. Once we begin the practice of saying no to commitments that might not be as important to us, we're allowed more time for the ones that are. This is a big one, everybody.
Huge
big
one. When we stretch ourselves thin, we're not helping anyone. Especially when someone we love or admire needs help. We tend to say yes, rather than being realistic about our time commitments. So this leads to burnout, resentment, frustration. Yes, because you say, okay, I'm going to help you. Then you can't help them. And them say, look how you say you're not going to help me, you're not help me. You tired, them not get the help what them need. Nobody wins.
Or you're giving them the help, but it's watered down because you're not your best self. So what's the point?
Nobody wins.
Yeah, you'll never be able to please everyone. If there are people who will sever ties with you because you need to say no to something,
let it go.
Bon voyage.
Frozen.
Yes, this typically, let me see, your true blue friends, your family, and your respected colleagues will understand. It's simply a fact that you'll never be able to please every being in the universe, so fill your universe with those bright, supportive souls.
Same way, so.
Yeah.
When we say no, we give other people, think about it, we give other people the chance to shine. So if somebody says, can you do this? And I say, no, I'm not able to. And then somebody else, the reason you are shining is because somebody said no, Think about it. That there are opportunities that you got in life because somebody else said no, and people think that's a bad thing.
So the universe works.
Like people will, I know there's someone who said to me, oh, you got this because they asked me and I turned it down, and I said, and I thank you.
Nobody
for turning it
Nobody
down.
never tell you that.
No, they did.
Somebody tell you that?
Yeah, man. And I said, thank you for turning it down because it's the greatest opportunity I ever had in this field, and I'm just going to make the most of it.
Person, did you say that to Harris?
They did, man, but I didn't mind. Sometimes we take things personally where we just need to just. Yeah. I was happy they turned it down.
And I want to tell you, say sometimes the next choice turned out to be the best choice. So.
Listen, who cares if somebody got asked before you? If it fits into your goals and objective, is your Moses moment.
Do it.
God add Pharaoh heart so you can cross the Red Sea. So me look on it. So I'm happy. You said no. Mercy said no. I'm saying yes. Listen.
Woo!
Learn to say no, guys.
It's a word this morning.
Yes.
From our girl talk. The power of no. Saying no to others is saying yes to yourself.
That's
okay?
it for girl talk, guys.
All
We'll do
right.
it again next Tuesday.